Alright guys, welcome back into another PGA DFS video. Going to be getting into the round 1 reaction and then also the round 2 showdown picks here for the Farmers Insurance Open. Now, I am posting this video a little bit later, so I would appreciate just you guys helping out the video algorithm. Just leave a like, but also I think kind of a fun comment to also help out the video would be just to leave a comment of what has been the best round 2 showdown pick 9 to 5 has provided for you guys since you've been watching these videos. Just kind of a fun one. I think it'll be interesting to see because we've had obviously lots of low ones going there, so could be a fun thing there. But do want to get into this slate. It's an interesting one as a whole, so we'll touch on the ownership here to start off with. So one thing that we've noticed is just how much people have been going like risk. They've been going risky with it, I guess, is the best way to talk about it. So like Tony Finau being the second highest owned player on the slate was highly shocking to me. Yes, he did rank out well, but there are some worries there. Not the best stat fit right now. It was just shocking to see him be that high owned. I get him as a pick, but you can get other quality picks at his price range. It was just kind of strange. Maybe 18%, like everyone else here kind of makes sense. They're all sandwiched together because they're all kind of similar plays given their price point. So that does make sense to me. But one thing that I want to point out is like a quality pick like Billy Horschel, rated top 10 in the 9 to 5 model, is in the lead right now. And he was like, what, 8% owned? So, it's just kind of interesting the ownership leverages the ownership that people went with. So, a little bit shocking. And Tony Finau was like the highest owned player in cash, which I found really strange. And I do worry about him making the cut a little bit, but I think he'll be fine. He closed out his round pretty well. There's a little bit of a stretch in there where I was a little bit worried about him. And we ended up on him. I'm not saying that he was a bad play, but just kind of interesting there as a whole to see him get that high owned. And I think it just boils down to course history. But Jon Rahm, obviously the easy play. Luke List, the easy play. Those two were like pretty much the easy plays. Jon Rahm checking all the boxes. Luke List definitely priced too low. And then Mark Leishman. Mark Leishman is kind of my worry. I think he'll be fine though. He went -1, didn't really have anything going. Currently projected outside the cut, but he's playing on the North Course. The North Course is going to be the easier of the two courses. That's going to be the course that we want to target. Remember last week when we were really struggling to figure out who were going to be the best picks in round 2. And that's because there's no quality golfers playing the La Quinta course in round 2. And that actually ended up being the approach. 2 out of the 3 rounds, the La Quinta course was the one you wanted to target in showdowns. And that just wasn't the case last week with round 2 for La Quinta because, there just wasn't that many quality players. This week, we do have a lot of quality players on the North Course, so we don't really have to worry about it. The North Course played like 3.5 shots easier than the South Course. So if you have someone that started on the South Course, you want to just tack on like 2 strokes to their points scored, I guess. Not even 3.5. Like Mark Leishman, -3. Now, that should be good enough to make the cut. We'll wait and see. The cut could be -3. Typically the tournament plays a lot harder than it's playing though. Billy Horschel, I think he might have had a chance for the course record on the North Course today. And that just kind of tells you how much more difficult it typically plays. So that was a little bit shocking to me, but just going over some of the players that are going to be the cut sweats for people. Let's see, zoom this out a little bit. So just looking at the GPP cut sweat right now, Mark Leishman, the highest owned player that could potentially miss the cut. Then Patrick Reed, made sense as a play, but there's a lot of chalk that is currently making the cut, and I feel like there's going to be some chalk that does miss the cut, but not too much of a difference there with the 6 for 6. 5 out of 6 is currently 30%, and it's kind of even keel. Things are sitting kind of the same there. So definitely going to be an interesting week there. But let's get into what we came here for, the round 2 picks. So starting off, always fun to look at, who's just most likely to play better in round 2. So who's most likely to play better in round 2? Cory Connors. And Cory Connors, I don't trust Shot Tracker with this because it said he missed a 3-foot putt and then he missed a 4-foot putt and then he made it to get a double bogey on the 18th hole. Had he not done that, I think he'd be kind of a lock to make the cut, but he did do that. So I don't know. I want to see that video. If that happened, I want to see that video because I want to know if it was just like a F it, this is the end of my round kind of tap and putt that he just missed. And then, out of anger, he missed the next putt. I want to see that because that was extremely strange. I didn't think he was going to, I wasn't worried about him really missing the cut up until I saw that final round go, live. So that's kind of interesting there, but, most likely play well. Cory Connors, Lanto Griffin, Hideki Matsuyama, Patrick Reed, Taylor Gooch, Adam Hadwin, which I don't know. I don't know about Adam Hadwin. Adam Hadwin's one of the players that struggled on the North Course. And he's kind of weird like that. I think he did that last week as well, where he struggled on the harder of the easier of the two courses and then still played well. +1, he could still make the cut. It's just not as good of a likelihood. And then all the other players pretty much are on the North Course tomorrow. Mark Leishman, Keith Mitchell, Matthew Wolff, JJ Spawn might be as well. So, those are all going to be players that you want to use again, potentially tomorrow. Pretty much what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all the players that are ranked top 30 or better in this that are playing on the North Course tomorrow, and I'm just going to use the 9-to-5 lineup builder to make my builds that way. One thing I want to touch on just real quick as well, because I don't really think I've really highlighted this enough. 6 out of the last 7 first round leader bets that you could have made, we've had top 9 or better in the first round leader ranking. And that's if you looked at it course by course is what I mean, because the tool has only been up live for 4 weeks, but this week we had the North and South course. Last week we had 3 courses and missed out on one of the courses having the first round leader. I forget who it was, but like Seamus Power was there, Patrick Cantlay, the top rated player for that week, obviously first round leader. And then today was awesome. Billy Horschel rated 8th, most likely to have the first round lead on the North Course, ended up doing that, which was awesome to see. I tweeted that out. That tweet actually got a lot of love. Awesome to see, guys. And then John Rahm just was the top first overall leader bet for the South Course. He ended up doing that with the Eagle on 18, which is pretty awesome to see. But Tool's been going awesome. So if you guys are making first round leader bets, I guess check that out. But that's a long way of me saying as well that we have hit the low round. By looking at this, the low round of the day has been top 12 or better. And like, I forget how many, pretty much not consecutive weeks, because last week I think Justin Rose was the second best round of the day on the La Quinta course, obviously, but he was the second best round of the day. And so, yeah, I think that was the only slate recently that we didn't have the top scorer, the guy that shot the lowest round in the top 12 of the model. For other than that, it's been like a long time. So this has been awesome for Showdowns because it's just telling you, hey, these are going to be the top plays. Now, obviously, it's PGA DFS. It's not going to be always, not everyone in the top 10 is going to have an extremely good round. There's other stuff that goes into it, but it's just pretty much highly likely that a player is going to go ahead and have a low round of the day in the top 12, which is awesome to have. And, it's been pretty sweet to do that. So let's get into it. So once again, we do want to be targeting players that are going to be playing on the North Course. That's a shorter course. That's the one you want to attack the most. So someone like Justin Thomas, absolutely love as a pick. Hideki did? Yeah, no, he does. He has the afternoon tee time on the North Course. So do you like to play him? Mark Leishman. Mark Leishman, I think I'm just going to go back to the well with. Did leave a couple of strokes on the course, but still shot under par there. That's awesome to see. Sungjae Im, he went off of the North Course, so we don't want to play him. Patrick Reed, Lanto Griffin, those are all players that should play better in round 2 of the North Course. So, it is kind of easy to make a quality build just by looking at players that have that North Course tee time. Okay, and I don't even think I really need to go through it like I had to last week, where I had to highlight all the players that were on the La Quinta course, because last week the visual was enough to tell us that they weren't that many quality picks on the La Quinta course. I think it was like 3, maybe 4 out of the top 20 plays on the slate were on the La Quinta course, and then everyone else was on the North Course. So obviously we can see that's not the case here. So it's going to be pretty easy to make builds there. Someone like Taylor Gooch, I don't mind as well. He's been weird. He's been starting off slow and then kind of battled back to be +1. He's someone that could easily go -4 tomorrow and make the cut. I could easily see that happening. So don't mind him. Willy Zee played a great round on the South Course. He's someone that I could target kind of heavily on the North Course tomorrow as well. I was a little bit shocked at how chalky he was, but That was just in terms of like rank of chalk ownership. When you look at the grand scheme of things, you know, the ownership was pretty spread out. So it ended up not being too crazy. But yeah, these are going to be the top picks in round 2 showdown slate. I kind of wish I could give you guys more than that. Here are the players that are projected to score the most. Not really changing too much. But then let's just get into win rank as well. Once again, this tool has been highly accurate. It's like 83% since I've been using it. So the winner is coming out of the top 12. And if you just want to look at like weeks, not like last week where we knew it was going to be high variance week, like Hudson Swafford, just a bad bet. Like there's no way Data's going to pull him in as like a quality pick. That's just, if it was, I'd be worried about the data, to be honest with you. But here we go. Most likely to win. This is kind of surprising to me. And obviously we're not factoring in North Course, South Course, and whatnot right now. We're just looking at the grand scheme of things. So this would be adjusted a little bit. I would say like Jon Rahm and Luke List would probably be 1 and 2 because they were expected to do well, and they really kind of exceeded what they were expected to do on the South Course. Obviously, both of them having low rounds. Now, I could actually throw in someone like Justin Thomas. I'd probably put him up a little bit higher. I'd probably say like Jon Rahm 1, Luke List 2, Billy Horschel still 3 there. Not sure about Sam Burns. Obviously, he's a guy that the data likes a lot more because, well, he's just been a stud this year, and he's doing well. So when you look at the round-by-round stats, he hasn't really had a blow-up round. They've just all been quality rounds. So that's why the data is liking him a lot more there. So I would probably push him down a decent amount, but still, at the same time, Jon Rahm, Luke List, I would go Billy Horschel, then I would go like JT. Then I'd be fine like Rose popping up there. Don't mind that. Tony Finau, Maverick McNeely, Ryan Palmer. Ryan Palmer is one I'm kind of scratching myself for. I almost made him a core play on Monday's video, and I just got a little bit nervous, and I think it was kind of the right move. But obviously he's playing well. Still was a top 12 pick in the 9-5 model, and that's one thing to point out here, guys. Players that are top 12 in the 9-5 model, player pool, not model. I'm not looking at the model right now, but you can kind of see that as well. Player pool: Jon Rahm, Billy Horschel, Luke List, Justin Rose, Ryan Palmer, JT. So 6 of them. And I think Maverick McNeely was close. I'm not sure if I had Sam Burns in the player pool. Obviously, good pick. So I think I had him as a low exposure play. So overall, things are going decently well here. Just need some things to go my way. Like Adam Hadwin. I need Adam Hadwin to make the cut, which probably won't happen. Probably going to have my main build be 5 out of 6 because of him. But other than that, sitting pretty good. Have some GPPs in some good spots. So, you know, fingers crossed for a good day tomorrow. It should be fun. It's going to be a fun day of watching golf again. It was a fun one today. Honestly, ESPN has been doing a great job with their content there. I've really been enjoying it. So one thing too, Brooks Koepka, I put this tweet out there. He dyed his hair blonde. Yeah. It looks or bleached it blonde. It's like doesn't look bad enough to make fun of him, but it doesn't look good either. And like he posted a video of him getting a haircut or at a barbershop doing it, and like it's one of those ones where it's like, and then you know it's different. So like, boom, no headphones. It'd be like that, but in it, he doesn't blink. He doesn't blink when the camera comes back. He doesn't blink. So I was like, blink if you're okay, and he doesn't. Like I don't know. What are you guys' thoughts on that? Did he lose a bet? Is he going for clout? Is his wife, fiance? I forget if they're married. Did she make him do it? I kind of feel like the wife made him do it, but he also could have lost a bet to her. Jenna Sims, that's her name. I think he probably lost the bet to like her or one of the golfers on tour. Or I don't know. I don't know what else it could be. It's weird. It was a weird move. That's all I have for you guys for this one. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, you know what to do. Leave a like and subscribe. I do appreciate that. If you guys want to join 9-5 Nation, the best value in PGA DFS, go ahead and do it. $10 a month. I mean, it's not going to beat that. And it's obviously my personal goal to keep the value the best it can be while still providing the best content video-wise, Twitter-wise. You know, I think I've been doing a pretty good job. So let's keep that up. All right. Thanks for watching, guys. And as always, let's keep cashing.